We're live. I have
We're
nothing
live.
to say other than that we're live. We're live. We're just live, and we're going to go with it. And so it's like, first and foremost, can I just say that I'm impressed that I'm even live, or that we're live. We're running on about 43% battery for the phone, and
that's not for ourselves, no.
And that's the hot spot. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the panel. Yeah, I have no electricity. About 30 minutes ago or so, we just had a power cut in the whole building. And
what is it, 1987?
Listen. So I'm sat in my office and it's actually dark. I've got a TikTok light, which is looking at me. I don't know how long that was charged for. I did have a power bank that I bought about 10 years ago. And I was sat here thinking, how can I charge things? How can I charge this? I'm thinking of rubbing stones together and everything. And then I went, oh, I've got this power bank. Let me go get this power bank. And it's dead as a dodo. And which means that its time has passed, which is fine. It just means I need to get another one. So I'm like, okay, let me go to Amazon and order one. And it's like, yeah, it'll get here tomorrow. I was like, tomorrow night might not be soon enough. So I'm going to go to Argos after this. I'm going to pop to Argos and get one and stuff. So I will have electricity somehow today.
Top tip, Vic, because you might buy it today and it might not be charged. Stay in Argos, use their electricity, make sure it's charged, charge it up.
You're welcome. Listen. And there's us talking about guilty pleasures. How are we? How are we doing?
Good,
thank you.
What's everybody working on?
Just actually having some broadband.
Oh yeah, you've got no electricity, you've got no broadband. Like I'm fine, I think. What have I got none of?
We'll go to Rochelle's. Let's go to Rochelle.
Come round.
Electricity.
I'm listening.
I've got a hot tub here at the moment, so I've hired a hot tub for 2 weeks for my birthday. So come round here, we can go in the hot tub. I'm sure I've got some Prosecco I can get out.
Oh, hello.
That sounds fun, doesn't it?
It sounds amazing. Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Thank you. It's my birthday tomorrow.
And what are you doing? Tell us what you're doing.
So tomorrow I am going to London for my birthday. It's Jax's book launch. So I'm going there with Chris, my partner, and then afterwards we're probably going to go do a little bit of shopping and go and get some food. Might drink some Prosecco on the train or something.
Do it.
Poor Chris is going to get dragged around London, basically.
Yeah, I didn't really have any plans for my birthday, and then when I found it was Jax's book launch, I was like, oh, I really want to go, and I'm glad that I get to do that on my birthday. There's going to be lots of people that I know there, so it's going to be fun. I just need to try and not just tell every single person that I say it's my birthday today.
You're going to do that. I know you're going to do that. I know you're going to do that. Hi, everybody. Say hello. We look weird because I definitely look weird because I don't have any electricity. So I'm using my iPad to do this show. Naomi doesn't have broadband either, or just about. So the only normal person here today is Rochelle. But hello. So listen, let's talk about, we talk about a lot of serious things on here, but we also like to have a laugh. And I thought today would be a really good day to talk about our guilty pleasures. I mean, Christmas is coming. Black Friday is on its way. Is the guilty pleasures, Naomi? What's yours?
Oh my God. Well, I mean, I kind of didn't think we were going that route down the guilty pleasures. So I know that's a bit of a segue. So hold on, because you said that today was about sort of how to make entrepreneurship fun. So what we're talking about when it comes to guilty pleasures, absolutely anything,
as well as how to make entrepreneurship fun, because those are two different topics, by the way. So because I thought guilty pleasures, how far can we go with that? And then how to make entrepreneurship fun. So let's start with guilty pleasures, because I'm intrigued, because I think in a business, especially in business or as a leader, you tend to sort of have your serious face on most of the time and stuff, because like you've got bills to pay and everything else, so you're focusing on sales. So I want to know, what are your guilty pleasures?
Actually, most of my guilty pleasures are probably quite boring and also free. Well, you know, the ones that I'm going to share on here anyway.
Tell us.
I mean, I love, like, you know, I just went down to the shop to get some milk, and it's snowing, and like, I know it sounds silly, but that's okay. We don't have snow all the time, and we can't order snow, but even just like having the snow on my face and just smiling at every, you know, like, you know, it's almost like we're the Musketeers. You know, I mean, it's not like snowdrifts or anything. It's literally like freaking flakes of the stuff. But like, I passed the builders, and they were all like, you know, way, or, you know, everyone was just like in this good sort of mood. So guilty pleasures, I don't know. I mean, Rochelle's probably going to list off this amazing list, and I'm just thinking, like, people say things like TV programs and stuff. I very rarely watch television, and it's just as well because I have no Sky TV now for 2 weeks. They said to me yesterday, this does mean you're going to have no TV for 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my God, I don't care about the TV. I don't care about the Netflix. It's my bloody broadband I want for my business.
Yeah.
So I was like, you can take my TV away for life. However, I do still have one guilty pleasure that I don't watch very often anymore. But if I was to say this was a guilty pleasure, and I've forgotten the blooming name of it. Gogglebox.
Gogglebox.
Oh my God.
But it had to be, but celebrity Gogglebox, if I'm honest.
Okay.
So that's been a bit of a guilty pleasure in the past. I mean, I don't really think I have. I probably do have a lot.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure the more we keep on talking. Hello, everybody. We've got so many people on here. You won't believe it. So hi, everyone. Yeah, we've got so many people. Say hello. Comments. We're going to make sure that your comments come up and stuff. So just say hello. Let us know who you are, what you do. Where are you sort of like watching from? And it's lovely to see you. Oh, we've got comments. We've got Lion Felix. We've got...
There's some random comments. I don't know what they're saying.
No, I don't know what they're saying. What the WTH? Is that what the hell?
I think so. I don't know what we said that deserves that.
I don't know, but we've still got people on here. So hi. It's lovely to see you anyway. So Rochelle, what about you? Guilty pleasures?
Oh. There we go. I just took my AirPods out because they weren't working. So when you first said that, I was like, I haven't got any guilty pleasures. Like, I can't even think of any. And then when you started talking about TV, I was a little bit like, okay. TV is quite a big one. So like me and Chris at the moment, we love watching quiz shows. So we've been like Deal or No Deal. We're just like over the last few weeks, we've just become addicted to it. So we'll just sit down and we're like, oh, should we put Deal or No Deal on? And we just love it. But I really like the ones where they actually ask questions because I'm quite good. I can be quite good at general knowledge and answer things quite quickly. And I love 1% Club. That's like, you two probably haven't watched 1% Club. But 1% Club is so... like, you need to watch it a few times to understand like how the questions work because they're quite complicated, or they seem quite complicated on the surface, and people like overanalyze them, but actually they can be quite simple. But I just I love that fast fire, quick questions, seeing how much you know, and impressing Chris with like, he's like, how did you know that? I'm like, oh, my brain is full of random useless information.
I like your honesty about impressing Chris. You've already got him. You've got him. I love your honesty around that.
He just never knows how I know these things. Like, I just give him lots of random facts, and he's like, "How do you know that?" I was like, "I don't know. It's just stored up there."
I love it. Guilty pleasures for me. Do you know what? I don't have a TV, but I do watch. I do have. I'm always on my screen, of course, and stuff. So, and I am one of those people where I'll do some work and then I'll move over and watch something or listen to something. But my guilty pleasure, and I haven't done this in years, is switching on the telly, lying on the sofa, and just watching anything that comes on. To me, and I thought about it. I don't know if that's what drove me to talk about to suggest this particular topic today, but I love it. I just love that whole thing. And I used to do it when I used to contracts and stuff for corporate, I'd go home and I wouldn't think anything of just laying down on the sofa and just switching on the telly and just watching anything and let my brain not think. And I've just realized that since I started my business, I don't think I've ever done that, which is quite interesting.
I don't think I've got the attention span.
Our electricity's come back on.
Electricity. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God. I'm so grateful. Yeah, you know when you think I'm really grateful, like I'm really, 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 really grateful. I can hear noise.
You just needed to put some money in the meter, didn't you, Vic?
These are all the things we take for granted in life, don't we, these days? Like, I know my kids don't even understand the concept of like not having internet. Like, we're so used to having electricity. How do we even survive without these things?
I know. But it's literally, we've not had it for about an hour. But I'm still gonna go down and get some. Sorry for anybody who has to see my face, but I'm just trying to switch on. You know what it's like? Oh my God, we've got electricity. Let's charge the phones.
You'll probably blow the fuse trying to turn everything back on at once.
Oh, your computer's coming on.
Yeah, computer's coming on. She's come on and stuff. She's like, "What happened, Mummy?" Like,
I have just thought of another guilty pleasure.
Have you?
What?
Clean bedding.
Oh yeah. Oh
Clean
yeah.
bedding.
Oh yeah. There's nothing. I must say, if I'm feeling a kind of way where I just think, or even if it's just like, especially now that I'm experiencing the perimenopause, if I think to myself, oh, do you know what I could really do with, if I think to myself, oh, I could really do with like a good night's sleep, clean white sheets. It's just, there's nothing like it. It's almost like, what did they say? What did they say in these adverts? Priceless. Right. Okay. So you've talked about that. And you've talked about your guilty pleasures. I reckon you guys are going to come up with more guilty pleasures. I tell you what, one of my guilty pleasures is travel. Travel and being in really posh places, like just luxury, is for me, is just like I could do that all year round and just be in a space of opulence and being looked after. Being looked after is one of my guilty pleasures. Like if somebody just says, Vic, don't worry about anything, I got you. Oh God. Even now I just think of it, I think I could do that. I literally could do. Yeah, for me that is a guilty.
I can imagine that people feeding you grapes, fanning you, massaging you.
You know what's so funny? Whenever I go on holiday, and I've done holidays where I've gone with like loads of people and stuff, like we've all gone away and just had a really nice time. There's always someone in the catering side who I end up making really good friends with. And even though it's like, come and get your food, I always get served. And everybody's like, who do you think you are? And I'm like, it's not my fault that they like me. And I literally do get not fed grapes, but I get my drinks brought to me and food brought to me and stuff. And I just sit there. I love it. I think it's just amazing. I love being waited on. Like if I could have that every day, I know. But anyway, that's fine. So we talked about guilty pleasures, and if you think of another one, let us know. But segueing into making things fun, because to me, I think guilty pleasures have everything to do with fun. And being in business, you're literally on it almost 24/7. Even if you put the computer down, you're still thinking about how you can improve your business, how you can make more money, how you can serve more people. How do you make it fun for you? Rochelle, I'll go to you first.
All right, okay, well, I was just like more guilty pleasures were popping into my mind, and this is a business related one actually. So what I really love to do, especially on a weekend when I've not got to get up and take the kids to school, is I stay in bed and I'm on my phone and I'm posting to social media and I'm like just working from my phone and from my bed without having to get out into the cold world. And Chris will bring me up a cup of tea, which is another guilty pleasure.
Oh, Chris. Poor Chris.
Times maybe even 2 while I'm still in bed. And I love that. Like, I take a while to come round and be able to move like this. So that I've just taken on. Oh, my new VA started this week, Naomi, from the agency that you recommended for me. So Queenie, she's called. She started
I'm on my way.
So Monday and
There's
Wednesday.
the guilty pleasure.
Yeah, Monday and Wednesday we've had meetings at 7 o'clock in the morning, which have been like, next week we're doing it at 9. 7 o'clock for me. Like my eyes still feel like stuck together and my brain feels foggy. I'm like, she's not getting any good information out of me at 7 o'clock. But like, I can't easily, when I know her a bit better, I might do that call from bed and I'd be all right. But because I've actually got to physically get out of bed, get dressed, get to my laptop, like that's a lot of effort. But I'd happily just do my call from bed. I love that.
Talking about being in bed, right? I might freak you guys out a bit now because I'm going to try and see if I can log on my computer. But talking about staying in bed, that's what I did this morning, and it was the best thing I've done in a long time. I just lay there, and I always listen. I try and listen to something. Hi, Kelly. I just sort of like listened to sort of like a gospel preaching and stuff, but it was the most beautiful thing ever. I loved it. Absolutely adored it. Yeah, it was just glorious. And it's like I had a client at 10, a healing client, and I did that, but it was just amazing.
I think it's just something lovely. Like, I just love my own bed. I think there's something amazing, like you were describing about the sheets and everything. Like I don't mind staying in hotels, and sometimes the beds are really comfy, but there's nothing like your own bed.
Agreed. And now you're both making me want to have a morning where I just don't set an alarm and I just do the same. I'm not very good at working in bed, if I'm honest. I did take my laptop to bed on Monday night to watch an hour and a half's workshop on replay, and that was absolutely fine, but I just don't feel like I can be kind of like productive in bed. So if I was going to do that and have a lazy morning or a lazy hour or a lazy start, I'd still get up, but I'd maybe just go and like sit on the sofa.
Yeah, sit on the sofa with a blanket. So I'm always cold. Like Chris will laugh at me because he'll be sat there in his shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm there with a big, massive, thick snuddy. I love my snuddy, and I'll put a blanket over me as well. And he's like, "What are you doing? It's not cold." And I'm like, "Oh, I get really cold when I start to get tired, so I just need to like wrap myself up and be really comfy on the settee."
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Brilliant. That feels a bit normal, doesn't it? Now, so what about, so Naomi, I was listening to you both, but I wasn't listening and stuff, so I do apologize. So basically, Rochelle just gets Chris to do everything for her. Is that what you're saying?
Do you know what? Right. So Chris is very much like by the way, it says about ADHD from last week at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Chris shows how much he loves someone with acts of service.
Oh.
So and also is not very patient. So at times, like, I do things in my own time, like I go at my own speed. So sometimes that might mean I take longer to start cooking or doing something than he would. So he'll then just start doing it. But then what happens is I start to take that for granted that he's just going to start. So then I just wait for him to do it. And that.
What's your love language, Rochelle? Sorry to interrupt, but
all of the above.
I bet yours is quality time, isn't it?
You know how needy I am. I need everything. I need quality time. I need touch. I need gifts. I need active service. I need it all. I just can't have just one. It doesn't work for me.
Oh my God, I love it.
Oh, what about you, Naomi, and stuff? It's like, how do you make
love language?
Yeah, what is your love language? Because I'm wondering if it's changed because you've had a massive life transformation and stuff, and so it's like, has that changed with
massively? Yeah, interesting. You asked that. Like, I needed gifts.
Right.
That was Like I needed validation, showing with gifts, and now I am completely the opposite. I am acts of service, Rochelle. I love, like, you know, and also I was so fiercely independent, a masculine energy, wouldn't let anybody do anything for me. So actually the only way that people probably could do it was through gifts, because I wouldn't let anybody do any form of service for me, any like nice gesture. Now, oh my word, yes, make me the tea, make me the coffee, say you're going to pick me up and all I need is X, Y, and Z, and I flipping love it.
Wow. I think that your love language evolves as you get older. Because I think for me, whilst quality time, I think, has always been my love language, the older I'm getting, I'm like, you've got to show me that you mean it. Like I've been through all that. Yeah, I'll do it and stuff. And now I'm just like, I'm too old for that. So I find that my age tends to navigate what my love language is. And so to me, you could buy me everything in the world, it means nothing, because anybody can buy anyone gifts. But doing something for someone, that takes effort, that takes care, and also how somebody does it as well. It's why, let me tell you a story. So I went to somebody's house once. Somebody invited me for dinner, and I rarely go to somebody's house for dinner. Like I think of all sorts, like, can they cook? Because I'm such a good cook. So I'm like, if you invite me for dinner and stuff, it better be it better be good. Otherwise, let's just go have a takeaway. You know what I mean and stuff. Anyway, don't laugh. So I got there, and they'd made, it was meant to be a Sunday roast, bless them. And do you know what? They're a really good friend. So, but they'd made a roast. It wasn't seasoned. The chicken was just done. And then I was so excited to get roast potatoes, because I asked Rochelle, every Sunday, Rochelle pretty much has a Sunday roast. And I go, oh, I could do this Sunday roast. I could do a Sunday roast. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to have roast potatoes. And she'd done like a potato salad. Exactly.
Honestly,
in this.
A potato salad.
If you are Victoria's friend who made her a potato salad.
It didn't. No. So, and again, don't get me wrong, and stuff is that I had a bit of the chicken, but I did say to her, I said, what on earth? Like, do it or don't do it. Do you know what I mean? Say to me, listen, can't be bothered cooking, let's go to the pub, everybody pay for themselves. I'd be like, fine. To me, it's how you do stuff. So to me, acts of service is really important. And if you do it, I always check on the energy that it was done by. And so, I mean, my job doesn't help because of the intuitive aspect around it, but I can feel the energy. So if somebody does something and it's not with the energy that it's intended and stuff, it just ruins it. I'm like, just don't. So my love of service, my love language is definitely quality time, but laced with a huge amount of acts of service. Don't buy me presents.
Oh my God. I mean, you can just kind of see why we're single, can't you, Vic?
Yeah, but I need it all. So like, but I'm not single.
No, you find the man that can supply it all.
So I think I needed someone who could cope with my neediness, and I think Chris is actually quite needy himself, and I think in previous relationships he's been the needy one, so I think he quite likes having someone who's a bit more needy than him. It makes him feel good about himself. He doesn't have to ask for anything, because I'm always like, so like when we're sat on the settee, I want to be like holding his hand and cuddling and stuff, whereas my mum, she's hilarious because she's like I'm in the same room as you. Why would I want to sit holding your hand and cuddling? Like, she just wouldn't. She'd sit at the opposite side of the settee. So I'm like, and my sister's quite like that as well. But I'm very much like cuddle up, like hold on to each other tightly. Oh. Tell me that you love me loads. So, I missed that one out. Words of affirmation. I 100% need that.
God help. Do you know what though? What I will say is,
my job.
and then, what I will say is that I'm quite tactile when I'm in a relationship. Like I am quite tactile, and I think it's why I'd rather not be in a relationship than being a half-hearted one.
Yeah.
Because I am tactile, but yeah, I wouldn't just. It's good because I just won't settle. So it's like I like that. So if somebody, but to be fair, I've not. I guess it's really funny because I've dated across the pond. I've dated across. So I've dated African men, but I've also dated British men, and it's funny because the African men that I've dated have not been that affectionate, if that makes sense and stuff. So it's like they don't, but it's not their fault. It's just the way they've been brought up. It's like, you know, they've watched their parents hug. You know, they've watched their parents hug rather than kiss or snog, or, you know, and it's the hugging is normally when everybody's really, 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 really happy or really, really, really sad. My parents used to hold hands, you know, when my dad was alive and stuff, like they'd hold hands, and that was really unusual. Like our friends would come home and they'd be like, "Why are they holding hands? Like that's really weird," you know, or assume that they're gonna go have sex straight away because they're holding hands. You know what I mean? Like it's not just a point of affection and stuff. But so I'm quite tactile. But the thing is though, we all need each one, but I think it's the predominant one in your life that's important, isn't it?
Yeah, so like my ex, he wasn't like, he never said that he loved me or anything like that, and I couldn't handle that. It's like, even though he showed me in lots of ways, but then also at times it was like not clear whether he did or not, and I didn't like that. And I think finding somebody who complements, I think I need to feel secure in a relationship. I need to feel like they're not going to just run off at any point, that they actually do want to be here. And I've definitely got that with Chris. I don't think I can't imagine him ever leaving me. I feel like he's too comfy here.
Again, I love your honesty, but I think that's what everybody wants in a relationship anyway. But I think people should. To me, I think this is an age thing. And I know we've just moved over. We're talking about business and fun, but I guess maybe talking about relationships is
business where it goes.
It goes where it goes. But it's interesting because I've seen people. I have a friend, bless her, and she met her boyfriend turned husband when she was fairly young. Like we'd just left university, and they were so in love. Like he could, like when she told me the roles that they played at home and everything else, like he was very much masculine energy. I'm gonna take the bins out. He drove, and she sort of like did all the feminine things, you know, the kids and making sure that they were okay, and the cooking and everything else. And one day she rang me and she said, "Oh, we're moving. We're gonna move," and they moved to a different country. Which was, you know, you're like, fair enough, have fun. I hope you have a great time. And then moved to this different country. And one day she called me, and she was about half the size, and he'd taken her there and left her.
Oh no.
With 2 kids, honest to God. Like literally, I gobsmacked. You know when you watch one of those programs on TV where people fall in love and you're so rooting for them, and you're like, oh my God, and then it doesn't work out and you're like, I'll never believe in love again. That was one of those moments where you're like, oh yeah. Basically took her there. She had for friends and family nearby, and he took her there and said, I'm leaving you, and came back to UK with his new piece. Yeah. So
character.
I know, but I've heard stories like this over and over again, and I think my point is sometimes it's the energy that people do things with rather than, you know, because I'm sure we've all been with people who've never told us that we love them. But to be honest with you, if I'm really honest, I didn't love them either. So it's like, you know what I mean? true though. It's true. So let's be really honest and stuff. So it's like, so sometimes it's like, do we need that love for an ego boost and stuff? Because the truth of the matter is, when you find that right person, it just happens and it just works out and stuff.
Well,
So
I don't know if you've seen the comments, but it's making me laugh.
I'm a personal.
Can you not see them? It says private chat, and then next to it says comments. So just click on there.
Oh,
sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, so you all three of you are so gorgeous, and I'm a personal slave for all three. Use me as your doormat. I love it. This is hilarious. Oh my God.
There we go. That's our week sorted.
Oh, that's so funny. If you're on Instagram, hi, we're a bit late, but hi, hope you're okay. I will clean your boots with my tongue. I am your slave.
Jeez. There we go. That's that sorted.
I feel like we don't normally get many comments, do we? And today there's a lot of
going mad for it.
We've had 10 at a time coming in. It's the only time now that we've got nobody in at the moment, but we've had 10 at a time. Like, it's been this is hilarious.
So high CN gone.
I don't know. Stuff. He's probably gone to get the boots, so wet his tongue to come and clean the boots. He's getting very saucy. This is getting very saucy. Let's talk about, what else do you want to talk about? By the looks of it, so I think do you know what's just dawned on me? Like, having fun in business is just having fun and not even. It doesn't have to be prescriptive, does it? It doesn't have to be.
Like, this is fun. This is our fun every week. Like, I think we all love doing it, coming out on chatting. It's something different. It, like, being in business, like, we all work from home. It's lonely. Like, it's good to get on things like this and actually have good conversations.
Naomi, what do you think?
Yeah, and I was just thinking as well how, like, people try and separate business and personal, and, you know, business and relationship, and, you know, all this inverted commas work-life balance. But I don't believe it's possible. And I believe that especially the day and age that we live in, and the online space and everything else, we're who we are everywhere. And do you know what? I was only thinking about this morning, and it was because I was prepping like a good girl for this call. I do like to just get myself in the frame, and I was like, oh yeah, and I was very organized. I even got the next few weeks written down and mapped out. But that's another thing. But when I was doing it this morning, I was like, actually, Naomi, you've got a bit serious lately. And I'm not I am a serious person, don't get me wrong. But I'm also a very light-hearted, fun, tactile, young at heart person. And I was thinking this morning, actually, has a little bit of that, like, not gone, just gone into the background, because life has been a bit serious, looking after an elderly parent, having, all those different things go on. And I was thinking this morning, like, I need to bring that fun side of me back in a little bit. So I did something this morning. I created Entrepreneur Bingo.
Woo! Ooh. I want to play. Better win. I'm not competitive or anything, but I better win.
Did you cry today? Did your broadband get cut off today?
Yes.
Did you poop yourself today?
Not yet.
Did you get a call from emergency services today?
Not yet.
Did you love everything in your business today?
Oh.
And I was just thinking, like, even when I was making, I did it for a bit of fun, of course I did. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and like do this, but I did this morning, and actually it took me back to my corporate career. I used to, run sales teams for big global cosmetic companies, and, huge, huge sales targets.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, we need to talk. Carry on.
And something I used to do, you may already know this particular brand, but I worked for Benefit Cosmetics, and they were all about fun, even though life was very serious and sales targets and everything else. I used to do all these games within my teams to make sales fun. And I used to do, not all the time, because again, when you do something all the time, it gets boring. It gets like blasé and everyone's expecting it. But every now and then, if we had a really big sales target and I was like, crap, how the hell am I going to get this lot like behind me? I do bingo. And I do things like, you know, did you like make a customer's day today? Did you, you know, follow the formula to, you know, all that. And I used to do that and then have like a prize for a line, a draw, a full house, whatever it might be. And when I made that this morning, and literally I did make it 20 minutes before this call whilst I was making my cup of tea. And again, here's a little guilty pleasure. Mugs. I hate matching mugs, right? So any future husbands out there, do not buy me a set of matching bloody mugs.
Or wedding guests, no matching mugs.
I love mugs that, like, I love things that have got like messages. So, you know, like things that are like brighten my day a little bit.
That one. If I ever come to your house, I want a cup of tea.
Let's see.
Well, this one. It's a bloody castle.
Is it? Oh.
Don't worry. Oh, you know what? You've just given me an idea.
She'll start looking for one.
Candle that's going to get washed out, and that is going to become a mug.
Yeah, hold it like this. It warms my hands up.
I love things that make me smile. So for me, and funny enough, I nearly got my Life is Fantastic mug, which is all rainbows and everything else. And I was like, oh, you know what? Let's have a bit of fun. The bloody broadband's gone down. Your electric's gone down. It's a rough day. So yeah.
I love the bingo, and I've just thought that's like I can do.
Welcome.
Do it. I've got my LinkedIn group where I can do LinkedIn bingo. Like, have you updated your headline? Have you updated your banner? Like, give a prize away for people who've done it.
Yeah, we're all making that idea. We're making that idea.
You're going to steal my bingo now, aren't you?
Can I ask a question then, please, Naomi and stuff? Because, like, I'm ready to sue Benefit. Yeah, I need to ask a question. This is big. Yeah, Benefit. So, why on earth did Dr. Feelgood get
oh
cancelled?
My God, that is so funny. That was literally our, as you know, it was our cult product. I think back in the day, we used to sell one every 3 seconds.
That was me. So that was me buying it.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh,
you never heard of it?
Oh, I know Benefit, but I've not heard of that.
I mean, it's almost hard to describe it. It was like a balm, and it came with a like little sponge, and you could either use it like as a base underneath your makeup. You could use it during the day to get rid of the shine. I mean, it was flipping stupendous stuff. I don't know why they discontinued it, if I'm honest.
I was thinking about it yesterday because. So
it's been gone years. I can't remember how long ago it got discontinued.
It's probably been gone about 10 years, but I've managed to go onto like the eBay black market and stuff, and you can still find it there and everything and stuff. So this is my new MAC one now, and even though it's okay, it's still not the same. Now I also used to use. They used to have like a lip balm. It used to be called, yeah. And it used to be 2 in the same thing, and one was for I think it was beeswax because I actually went.
Lip. I still remember. I could take you through the formula. It was called Dr. Feelgood Lipscription. It came in a pack. It was £23, and it was a tube of buffing lip beads, which had alpha hydroxy acids in,
Took out the dead skin from your lip.
And then it had a tube of lip balm. You're right.
Exactly.
So the only thing I can think, when I was working for Benefit, they had a massive buyout and L'Oreal bought Benefit. So again, quite often, like when hold on, was it L'Oreal that bought? No, Louis Vuitton, LVMH owned Benefit. Ooh, I don't know. Bare Minerals different because Bare Essentials got bought out by L'Oreal. by Shiseido, actually. Sorry. Oh, I don't know why Benefit stopped Dr. Feelgood. It was like the number 1 bestseller in the range.
I think about it a lot, but yesterday I was like, I need to go into the black market again and get some. I'm like, it'll probably be expired by now, Vic, and it'll probably give you spots and everything. But I was like, you got to keep on looking for it because that is so.
My God, it's very so frustrating when you buy things, and these are probably like you get back to guilty pleasures. Like I have these because I am vegan. I have these fake chicken things in breadcrumbs that are really nice, like probably. Well, definitely are ultra processed and probably not very good for you, but they're nice. I like the texture, I like the taste, and over the last 4 weeks I've not been able to find them, and this is something I've had every single week for probably like the last 4 years, and they've just stopped selling it everywhere, and it's so frustrating.
Yeah. If I find something I like, whether it's a makeup, a hair product, I very often buy multiple quantities.
I have no shame. Same here. I have no shame. Yeah. One of my other guilty pleasures is cooking. Like, I could cook for England. Like, if you gave me actually, a guilty pleasure is just like a nice, big, massive kitchen. My kitchen is not big. But having a massive kitchen and just being told cook. And having people there to eat. I can't think anything better. And stuff like I could feed and feed. I remember once I had a birthday. I can't remember what birthday it was. And London, a lot of people think London is very unfriendly. That's not my experience of London. And we used to have a local pub down the road that we all used to go to. And I told the landlord, I said, I want my birthday, but I want to cook. And I cooked for the whole pub. It was just the most amazing experience and stuff, as well as drinking and getting absolutely hammered and stuff. But it's probably one of the best birthday parties.
I enjoy that. I love, like, I always, I have like Christmas dinner pretty much every week where the minimum amount of people at my house is like 9, and they can go up to like 22, 23 of us doing some dinner for everyone. Like, I love it. And I think when it's a smaller number, we all eat at the same time. When it's a bigger number, it's a case of like having it as people arrive. But I think I could do that. I think I could serve a whole pub Sunday dinner all on my own.
I love it.
I think I would enjoy
it.
This is not my guilty pleasure, by the way. I want the kitchen to myself, the lounge to myself.
I do want the kitchen to myself. Like, I don't like
I don't like sharing the kitchen.
I mentioned Chris, like, if I'm cooking Sunday dinner and I've not started it, he's really helpful and he starts doing it himself, but then he cuts the potatoes too small, the carrots are really thin. Like, that's not how I cook the carrots. Like,
yeah, Chris, you haven't done it right.
You can help me. You've got to do it my way.
Yes.
Oh God. So I think we've just proven that, sometimes just taking time out can be fun in business, right? And not planning everything and just allowing yourself just to be and relax. And also, do you know what? I tell you what my other guilty pleasure is. And I put a post out today. It'll be really good if you go and sort of like respond to it as well. I was like, what jobs have you held in your lifetime? And it's made people really go back and really think about the jobs that they've had. I mean, I didn't know about your leading a sales team for one, and also, working for benefits and everything else. And I think that you get to know a lot more about people, which is really exciting. I'm so nosy. I do. I love finding out about people. I just find it fascinating because nobody's got the same life. Even if you're twins, everybody's got the same. Like, I always laugh that my siblings and I all have different parents, as in we've got all different experiences of who our parents are. So, I experienced a very different mum and dad to my sister did, to my brother did, and everything else, which is always fascinating. So I love hearing about people and what they do. And, I just want to allude to the fact that Rochelle wants us to go for an extra week. We've said that our last day is the 10th, but I think Rochelle wants it to be the 17th.
Yeah, I can't come on the 10th, so the 17th would be good for me.
So she wants the 17th. So she's got to find a topic for that. But
Christmas.
Yeah, but we've been doing this for almost a year.
Yeah, because it was about this time last year when we went to, me and you and some other people went to watch Loose Women, didn't we? We were
Yes.
like,
I remember seeing that on your socials. Is that a year ago?
Yeah, so I go quite a bit. To be fair, I haven't been recently. I have received invitations, but I haven't looked at them. But I used to get like invites to go in and what have you. But I've always wanted to do a talk show. Always, like and I think you might be able to relate to this. I'm not someone who fits in very well in places. It's not that I don't. It's not that I don't fit in, but I also don't fit in. And I've always believed that creating my own movement is the way to, is that whole thing where if you can't get a seat at the table, create your own table kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted like a talk show and stuff. So, you know, my first Loose Women, I think, was about 8 years ago. And I loved it. And stuff. And they even got me to sit on the panel and did some pictures and everything else. I've got it somewhere. But I loved it. And then the more I kept on thinking about it, when we went to Loose Women last year, and I did a few bits. I think I went about 3 or 4 times, if not more. And I was like, I really want to do something. And I asked Rochelle, I asked Liz Bateson, I asked EJ and stuff. And it's just kept on going. And we've had guest panelists as well, which has been amazing and stuff. And recently yourself and Helen have joined us, Naomi, which has just been really good and stuff. And, you know, I'm looking forward to long may it continue. I don't know what it's going to evolve to. We actually have a bank who are interested in us coming in and talking for them as part of the panel. They were going to do it during Black History Month, but they changed the theme, so we're still in talks about where it has to go. So there's a lots of possibilities, but to be honest with you, for me, it's just fun and just sitting and talking to friends, people that I get on with, and talking about life. So I'm excited for where it's going to go. But yeah, we've got at least 3 more shows to go before we finish. Any thoughts, Naomi?
First of all, I'm like the guest that never left, aren't I?
Get rid of her.
I love it. Home for dinner, and then like, what? I saw this yesterday in an article. The guy that came for dinner and didn't leave for 45 years.
I love that.
That's me. I love being part of the panel. I love that. You know, I love the conversation. I love, like Rochelle said, you know, we come here once a week if we can, and it just breaks us out of that pattern and routine. And I have no doubt that this afternoon, even though I've got, you know, one-to-one coaching calls with my clients, but I've also got some, you know, nitty-gritty work to do, a bit, eat the frog that didn't quite get eaten this morning. I've no doubt that I'll get through it really quickly this afternoon because I feel re-energized.
Yes.
You know, I had an early start this morning. I had a 5:30 podcast recording with my coach in Australia, which was a very early start. Rochelle, you know,
mine.
I was up alarm at 4:30, on the call at 5:30, then a workshop at 7, on my rebounder for 15 minutes to get a little bit of energy. But I've got no doubt this afternoon that I'll probably be really productive because we've had this kind of like little bit of energy, little bit of, you know, connection. That's what it's all about as well, isn't it? Connection.
100%. I didn't know you had a rebounder. I've got one.
I do. So, well, funny enough, I know that you'll get this because I bought it because of Tony Robbins.
Yes.
I did UPW when we were we still in lockdown? I think so. And he obviously took all his UPW and mastery and everything online. And my friend moved into my flat for 4 days, and we literally put ourselves on the US time zone. And here we go, acts of service. Knowing that she was coming for 4 days, I wanted to get everything so that, you know, we had this like the dining table was all set up with like a kind of rolling healthy buffet for the 4 days, water, journals. And obviously in the pre-work for the UPW, it was like, you know, rebound. And I was like, oh, I'm going to buy us both a rebound.
Yeah.
I did. And I love my rebounder.
I love mine. I've done quite a few of his programs, but Life Mastery is the one where it's like a retreat, and you go in. Have you done that one yet?
No, to be honest, after UPW, I bought his breakthrough courses, so I have them all, and I kind of dip back in and do certain things at different times.
Yeah, it's amazing. So you walk in, you have dinner. No, you have breakfast, and then you don't eat again for 4 days. And they juice, but they do like vegetable broths in the evening and stuff, which I don't like. I'm not a broth person, but they do like all these different smoothies and everything else. And at the back of the room, there's about, I would say, 100 rebounders. So as you're being taught at the front, it's not normally Lauren Le Havre who hosts it, but at the back you've got people just jumping up and down and just jumping up and down and jumping up and down, and I've got to get one. So yeah, I've got one.
I absolutely love mine. Love it.
Yeah, I love mine.
I feel like
Rochelle,
I used to have one, but I didn't even know what. I know that Victoria's got a rebounder. I didn't even really know what it was. So when I just Googled it, I was like, it's just a little trampoline. I used to have a little trampoline, but I didn't know it was called a rebounder.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say though, if anybody's listening to this and goes, oh my God, what's a rebounder? It is a mini trampoline, but you need to buy one that matches your weight. Look at the weight capacity before you get one. Like, because if people go and buy them and they just assume that they're just buying a rebounder, everyone has weight capacity on it. So very important. So because the springs will, and also it's dangerous as well, right? But the springs will fray quickly.
You know what you meant.
Yeah, so the springs will fray. Worst case scenario, they snap. But yeah, so make sure you get one that matches your weight. Very important. There you go. Right. Well, that was wonderful. It was great. And listen, if you're listening to this, you're probably going to be like, so what were they talking about today? We're just talking about fun, really. We went from guilty pleasures to fun to
love languages.
Love languages and all sorts and whatever.
Yeah, to our gorgeous slave, like our personal slave.
Oh yeah, we've got a slave in the chat as well and stuff. So so if you don't see us next week, we're with him. If you don't see us next week, but whatever you do, have fun. Just enjoy yourself. And if it's snowing near you, please don't slip. Be careful.
Oh, it's not snowing here.
It's not here.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.